make $1,000 a day? You're watching YouTube, you're scrolling, you're like, I can make $1,000 a day doing junk removal. Listen, the reality is you're not gonna make $1,000 every single day. And when you do make $1,000, let's break it down. Let's talk about it for a minute. You got operating expenses, you have a marketing expenses, you have fuel, you have the landfill or the dump fees, right? Maybe you have a labor guy or a girl that is with you that you got to pay. So that $1,000 a day is not really $1,000 a day. And in the beginning, nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows your brand. Your phone's not ringing off the hook. It's kind of depressing, right? You're not understanding. You're not getting the volume to make the $1,000 a day. I don't want y'all to watch YouTube and think I can make $1,000 a day, right? Now the videos on YouTube of how to make $1,000 a day are great ideas. I've made a video to make $1,000 a day, right? It's just as simple as 2 $500 jobs every single day. But in order to make $1,000 a day, you need to start with a solid foundation. When you first begin your journey down the business path, you got to come up with a great marketing plan. Even if it's just you, maybe a partner, maybe you're looking at it in the dumpster world, but you got to come up with a marketing plan, a budget. A lot of people are throwing money in places that don't need to be thrown in the beginning, right? If you're like me, I'm a cheap ass. I like to invest my money where I'm gonna get the most return. They call it an ROI, right? One of the biggest 3 letters in all of business, a return on investment. You have to step back, stop looking at things in a personal light, and think of it as you're running a multi-million-dollar business. You ever seen a millionaire throwing away their money? A lot of times millionaires are putting the money to where it comes back to them, right? So set your solid foundation from day one and have that goal. And my goal in the beginning was $250 a day profit. And then it was $500 a day profit. And then it was $1,000 a day profit. Profit means after all expenses are paid. You owe taxes maybe in your state. You got the dump fees, right? All those operating expenses, you have to take care of that first. And then it's what did you make? So that $1,000 a day could be $650. Depending on where you're at, it could be $700, $800. It all just depends. But if you're doing sizable loads, you're probably looking at a $60 to $80 at the dump for a ton. You're probably looking at, 10, 15 gallons of fuel if you're running really hard. And granted, you're not filling up your truck every single day, but you have to take that into account when you're doing your estimates. You have to take all these, your time, fuel, what it takes to prepare, the materials, all those things, right? So don't be fooled when you're sitting back and you're like, YouTube said I can make $1,000 a day. I'm gonna do junk removal because I'm gonna do $1,000. And that's $20,000 a month. Shit, that's like more than 20,000. No, be realistic with yourself. Be realistic with your business. You want to make sure that in the beginning, you don't look at that other stuff, You want to focus without a personal feeling towards it, just the business decisions. What do I have to do where I'm at to grow my business to hit the milestones, right? If you're in the junk removal business and your goal is $1,000 a day right out the box, you're probably setting yourself up for some kind of mental failure. I seen so-and-so do it on YouTube. That guy Anchorsawayjunk removal, Mr. 757 himself, said I can make $1,000 a day. I watched this YouTuber. Just be realistic. Junk removal, like I've said before, it's not rocket science. but it's still a business, and you need time for it to grow. You know, your baby didn't come out the womb running. You gotta crawl before you walk before you run, and it takes time. It's like a great steak. It has to marinate, right? Before you get it fired up and cook. You like my analogy so far? Comment below on other videos. Comment if you agree or you disagree. Either way, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just trying to be realistic here, so you don't have this false sense of I'm gonna make $1,000 a day, right? And I've been making shorts the last couple days. I've been making reels on YouTube. I'd say like the last week of different things that I do as a junk removal company, and they've performed better than long version video. The more you put out there, the more content. In the beginning, you should be taking before and after photos. You should be posting, on all your platforms. You should be making short films, short video with you in the picture. As a customer, whenever I call you, I'm like, ring, ring. Hey, that's Dan? Oh, man, I see you all the time on video. I see you on Instagram. I see you on TikTok. They want to put a face to your business name. And they know if you're on the phone with them, hey, I remember that guy. So it doesn't have to be old, boring before and after, right? That's good. Keep taking those, make some videos. I'm gonna start going live. I'm not monetized, but I think I'm gonna try going live here soon, just to kind of see the traction that I get. It's always good to just put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, because here's an uncomfortable situation. You just started a business. You got to knock on a door. You got to introduce yourself. You got to smile, right? You got to smile and say, hey, listen, my name's Matt. I'm with Anchorsawayjunk Removal and Hauling, and I'd like to give you a free estimate on that pile I saw out there on the curb, or whatever the case may be, right? You're going to have to get comfortable being on the phone, speaking. And you got to slow it down, because sometimes our customers might be a little older. They might be hard of hearing. You got to slow it down. And that's something that I've had to work on, because when you start talking about junk removal, I get freaking excited, man. I get excited to make money. I get excited to help people. I get excited to do the job. Unless it's concrete, I'm never doing that shit again, ever. So get excited about your business, but you got to slow your brain down to step-by-step process. You can't jump in and gonna make $1,000 a day. That is never gonna happen unless you're the only junk removal company. I mean, there's probably circumstances out there that somebody's gonna prove me wrong. Comment below. Did you start off and start making thousands of dollars a day? Let me know. I'm trying to learn also. Hey, every day I'm learning. Every day we're hustling, right? So just wanted to get on reality check sometimes. Let me know. Comment below, like, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all watching. Oh, before I go, I got one story for you. I got a 2-star review for the first time ever. And I'm like, oh man, how did I get a 2-star review? And I look, because I want to provide a professional response, because it must have something that I did that they weren't happy with. It says, I don't like your service. So Google Images. If y'all don't know about this, you could screenshot an image. You can go to Google Images, and it'll tell you if it's a fake, a phony picture. It'll tell you kind of the origin of where it came from. Hey, I'm sorry to that guy that gave me a 2-star review. I truly apologize. I just don't service Pakistan, right? My services are in the 757 in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area. And I truly apologize that I didn't provide service in Pakistan. But hey, not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody's gonna hate you. But it doesn't matter, because you're the one that have to look in the mirror every single day. Love yourself. Be good with what you're doing. Be able to sleep good at night. And for my folks overseas in Pakistan and all them other places that we don't service, There's so much love for you guys. I love putting out videos, and if you don't like what I do, the junk removal business, you don't have to do a 2-star review. If you're gonna make up a review, give me 5 stars. Hell, make it look like I do an outstanding service in Pakistan. And until next time, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all watching. And until then, peace. I'm out.